Hello, my name is Vanessa Rivas, or you can just call me Dolly for short. Welcome to my YouTube channel. So today we're going to be covering a pretty tragic case. And in my last video, I was feeling really sick and now I feel so much better. So everything sounds a little better. Right now I'm using a temporary mic, but I will be changing into a pink prettier mic. Right now I have it like this, so I cannot hold it or anything. If you are a returning subscriber, you already know that you have a special place in my heart, and I appreciate all your support. If you are a new person visiting, just know that your company is just as important and very much appreciated. So, trigger warning, this case does involve gun violence. Clips that are from the case and the 911 call. So triggering to you, or something that you don't really want to feel, because this does end up upsetting people's stomachs, and it's just a very sad thing to hear. This also does involve religion. It's not really too crazy. It's just he read the Bible, something like that. And it does have some statements that he did. So if that seems like really crazy to you and it seems like it can impact you, just remember your mental health is the most important thing. So do not be afraid to click off. And I'm glad you clicked and you tried to see if you wanted to watch it or not. If this seems interesting to you, you can get onto the video, but just know that I also will be doing my makeup, and if you don't like makeup, then click off. But if this seems interesting to you, let's get on to the video.
Where's your emergency? There's a girl running down the street, being like her stepfather is killing everyone in her family. It's on the corner of where there's a body shop and the fire department. Do you know what road this is?
Okay, what's your name?
Get into the fire department.
What's your name?
Do you know what road this is? Laura Lendell Road.
And what?
It's Laura Lendell Road.
Okay, and what did the female say to you?
And she says that her stepfather is killing everybody in her house.
As you can see from that crazy 911 operator call, you can already get a pretty good idea of where this story is going to go. But it does very much leave out a lot of details. That phone call or operator call was the neighbor talking to 911. You're probably wondering, why did the neighbor call? Well, don't worry, I will explain, and I'll explain the days before and details that might have been left out in the whole summary case. Because I've seen there is summaries, but they do leave out details of what he was doing days before and all that. So I'm a little late, I will admit, when it comes to this report, because this happened in June 2023. So it's been about a year and a quarter. So I'm not too far off. So I feel like many people should still know about this story because it's a wild one. Chad Deorman was 32 years old, living with his wife in Ohio, Laura Deorman, with his 3 sons, Clayton Deorman of 7 years old, Hunter Deorman of age of 4, Chase Deorman of 3. The dad was an insulator, aka Chad. I think I'm just gonna call him Chad because I am not good at their last name. It feels very weird to my tongue because I am Mexican. So I do have an accent that is Mexican and Californian, so it just doesn't mix well with me. Like Deorman, it feels weird to me. So I will not be saying that. I'll be saying Chad. And Chad was an insulator and Laura was a stay-at-home mom with her 3 adorable sons. I will show them how they look right here. I think they're very cute. Oh my gosh. Laura, this is just like a fun fact that has nothing to do with the story. She actually wanted them to be homeschooled, which is, now that I'm reading this, I'm glad that did not happen, because the issue was not at school. It was somewhere else at home. Hint, hint. So yeah, that's like, oh my gosh, I just can't. If I smile or if it seems like I'm interested by the story, trust me, I am not. It's just that when I'm nervous, I tend to smile or laugh. I don't know why. Many people do that, but that's just something that I cope with. So just so in case you get triggered or you think that I am offending them, no, I am not. Trust me, this was very impactful to me. That made my stomach hurt. There was also Chad's and Laura's stepdaughter. I'm pretty sure her name's Tekulve or Tekul. Okay, we're gonna say Tekulve. I don't know. I'm not good at these names, so I'm just gonna call her T. T was described as an outstanding student and an outstanding softball player. Okay, just so you get a grasp of how they are. So I'll be explaining the days before June 15th, when Chad Deorman decided to kill with a gun his 3 adorable children. This is sad. I don't think that's, I don't know. There's a special place for him. That's all I'm gonna say. There's a special place for him. I just don't understand why people have kids and act this way. I would never do that. I can't imagine doing that to a kid. I don't care how mad I am. I'm not gonna kill a kid, especially my own blood. On June 10th, it seemed like a pretty casual day. Chad and his 3 adorable kids, they had a boys' day. So Laura and T had a girls' day. There was nothing out of the ordinary. It was bonding time. It was quite beautiful. Something that a lot of families should be doing but don't do is spending quality time. On the 11th, Chad takes his kids to go fishing. It's just another ordinary day. There was no reports of abnormal behavior, at least not that we know. June 13, I don't know why they included this, but Chad had problems with his truck, so he ended up fixing it all by himself. I don't know. Okay, like I don't know what that has to do with it, but it's okay. I think it's just showing the fact that he just was being ordinary. 14, this is where things start getting a little suspicious. So I'm getting my collagen and peptide renewing serum just to start with the face. So this is where things start getting a little suspicious. Something that T, the stepdaughter, thought was a little strange was that Chad ended up waking her up very early in the morning, which she found surprising because she found suspicious because he usually goes to work around 5 to 6 a.m. so she didn't expect to be woken up so early. Chad ends up telling her, "I'm sorry if I ever hurt you or did anything that impacted you." So she did think that was a little weird, just because it was early, and why all of a sudden did he want to apologize if he could have done it any other day, you know? Just for simple short, that he was just sorry if he did anything to cause her harm or hurt her, like internally. His coworkers did not notice any out of the ordinary behavior. After he finished work, he went to his son's baseball game. Other parents in the crowd said that there wasn't anything suspicious about Chad, except that he did seem a little distracted. What they mean distracted is that he seemed a little out of it. Like, he wasn't really paying attention to the game. He was just more like thinking. Maybe about his plan. I don't know. But nevertheless, it seemed like ordinary behavior. If I were to seen him, I would have been like, oh, he's probably just distracted, you know? He's not really paying attention. I don't know, apparently he was probably thinking about what he was gonna do. That's all I'm gonna say. The family would soon tear apart once Chad decided to do something unforgettable. According to reports, Chad was playing a song called Happy in Hell. I'm gonna insert like 5 seconds because I don't think we really need to hear it that much. And if you really want to hear the whole song, I will link it down below just so you can get the full experience. Well, I guess I'll be happy in hell. Which I am guessing was the day before he decided to do what he did. So I did hear some of it. I didn't hear the whole song just because it just gives me a little uncomfortableness, but it does say that he is confused, that God, I'm confused, and that I'm in love with another woman and all that crap. And well, yeah. I'm not gonna explain too much. If you really want to hear it, I'm gonna link it down below. Okay, that's it. And on June 15, 2023, in Monroe Township, Ohio, Clayton Hunter and Chase Deorman were shot and killed and laid side by side on their front lawn. You're probably wondering how this even all happened. What caused Chad to make his decision, and what drove him to do that? Don't worry, I will explain. On June 15, Chad returned home and requested his whole family, if I'm looking over there, it's my mirror, requested that his whole family go enjoy some quality time and to lay down in the bedroom, the primary bedroom. And his reasoning is that he just wanted everyone to take a nap. So this is a brown eye pencil. A brow pencil. Oh my gosh. I am also getting new makeup because this is very outdated and I want to have better quality stuff. I am, also coming with the microphone. Sometime after they settled in and laid down, Deorman, or Chad, opened up his case that contained this gun, retrieved a Marlin Model 70HC .22 rifle. I don't know for sure, but I'm pretty sure that's what it was. And I don't know if I'm allowed to show this on YouTube, but I'm just gonna blur it and I'm gonna show it. Chad shot Hunter twice, killing him. The wife, Laura, tried helping her sons, especially Hunter, that had just gotten badly injured, alerting her other sons to run. So Laura was not okay with this. Like, that was her sons. Like, she has no part of it. She's trying to save her sons. So she wasn't aware of this, or how this would even happen. The stepdaughter at the time was watching television and heard the ruckus and the shots. So the stepdaughter ended up running after Clayton, one of the sons, alerting him to keep running. So she basically had grabbed him, saying like, run. Chad chased after Clayton in a nearby field, saw him running away from behind, and shot him, leading to his death. He shot them in the head. So he must have had some good aim, or he's just crazy. Like, I don't care if he had good aim. I don't care if he did 90 scope. Like, no. You should not be doing that. Like, those are your kids. Like, what are you even thinking in that moment? And Chad carried Clayton's body, you could say front lawn or house yard. The stepdaughter re-entered the house to try to save Chase, and she headed for the road. Chad told her to let go, if not that he was gonna shot fire at her. And he was going to shoot. So he didn't even give her like a chance to let him go or anything. And whenever he was gonna shoot, he was out of ammunition. So nothing happened to her. His mother was outside trying to render it to him. The stepdaughter got away and passed by what the stepfather had done, which is Chad. He basically saw what happened and she ran to the nearby Monroe Township Department. I thought I should be more specific, the fire department. I went inside and carried Hunter's body next to the other boy, which his boy, he ended up killing so they could be side by side. He tried to wrestle Chase from his wife, Laura. It was reported from Laura when she was trying to save Chase that Chad had bit her and it was hard, you know? And he ended up shooting her in the thumb, which caused her to release Chase. I don't blame her because, come on, if your thumb is in pain, it just causes you to release for a bit. Like, she's already having full-on adrenaline because of what someone she thought she could trust ends up doing this dumb ass thing. This is just, oh my gosh. Chad ended up shooting Chase in the head. Chad ended up laying Chase's body side by side by Hunter and Clayton. So they're basically all side by side, just in the yard. And obviously everyone could see, bro. Everyone could see. Like, I don't know if he wanted it to be announced or anything. I don't know what was going on through his head. It's actually very sad because it is said that Laura tried resuscitating. I don't know if I said it right. I hope I said it right. The bodies of her boys before police had showed up around 4:25 p.m.
He took my life from me! My life!
What are you doing, man?
Hey, are you copying all this?
Can I roll over? I ain't gonna hurt you. I ain't gonna hurt nobody.
You got anything on you?
No, I ain't got nothing, man. Phone, that's it. I ain't mad, I ain't nothing. Just make sure that dog don't come out. I don't think he'll bite you. Just don't reach for him and try to grab him and pet him.
All right.
He won't bite you.
What's going on, man?
Nothing. Can I stand up? It's kind of uncomfortable.
I'm gonna
I
get
ain't
you
gonna
here
do
in a
nothing. I ain't running
second.
away. You can do whatever you want with me.
The details I'm going to cover is just insane to me because it is said that he was reading the Bible before he even did this. Like, I doubt the Bible told him to kill, because murder isn't even allowed in Christianity. It is a sin. Oh my gosh. And I forgot to mention, in the song, it says that everybody sins. So I don't know if that was him justifying himself. I really don't know. So in the statements given, it says that he had read the Bible, told his sons that they were the best sons ever, and that he loved them, which is like, yeah, you totally love them, sir. I hate the fact that he says this. Oh my gosh, I don't know. I'm not saying it's a narcissistic trait, but what his statement is just crazy. It also said that he was rambling. Chad knows what is right. Like moments before. Like he just kept saying that. Chad knows what is right. No, you don't. You just think you know what is right. This is so ridiculous. He also made comments like, this will be the last good meal. Like, he already knew what he was doing. But the signs were there. But I feel like a lot of us don't see the signs. Like, there will be, like, things thrown around, but we will not know the signs. Because I've also been through situations where death happens and we never get to cover, or like we don't hear the signs like of what they're saying and stuff. So yeah, I don't blame the family for not suspecting something. It's just like, I don't think anyone is going to expect something so horrible to happen, you know? One of the witnesses, which was the neighbor, I will link down the clip of the neighbor saying it, but I'm just going to say it what he said. So the witness said that he was very ungrateful and that he was always yelling at his wife, always bickering, and there wasn't a day where he wasn't angry at them, angry at the family, which that is like so unfortunate, because I understand there's conflicts, but I don't think it should ever get to this bad. I feel like if you're already at this point, you guys should just divorce. And I know divorce is very difficult, especially when not trying to break a family, but if he was feeling this crazy, like, he should have done them the favor and left. I feel like she would have been so much happier with at least having her sons by her side. But now it's just Laura and T. This was a statement by Ken Cannon, said that Chad always had a temper and always was treating his wife like shit. Which I think is the witness, by the way. I think his name was Ken Cannon. But he also included that statement right there. So this is already obvious, but this wasn't just something irrational. Like, he had planned it. But then it's ironic because oh my gosh, it's ironic because his father tried saying that, I don't know what happened to my son, he just snapped. But it turns out he already was planning this days before, which is just like, you're disgusting, because the fact that you took them to their favorite stuff to do because they love to fish, they also love baseball and all that crap. And it just took me now to realize that I have a double lip line. What the flip? I'm sorry. That's just the weirdness out of me. Like, what the freak? I didn't even realize that. It's fine. It's fine. Yeah. Friday, he ended up pleading not guilty. Which is just like, sir, let's change that real quick. You should be pleading guilty. Which, he ended up pleading guilty. Which is just like, what is up with you? You're not even stable to make a choice.
That felony, how do you plead?
Guilty.
Count 3, aggravated murder in violation of 290301A, an unclassified felony. How do you plead?
Clement County ended up saying this statement. I'm going to read it on here because it's pretty long and it's not something that I can really memorize. So I'm going to read a statement that David Gass said. This was a man that every day they woke up looking to for protection, loving guidance in all things. He also stated he was their world. He was guardian, and he executed them in cold blood. I'm going to wet this real quick. Chad Deorman was eventually sentenced to life. And he also pled guilty, which is like, you just said you did not plead guilty, now you want to plead guilty. Most of the time, people plead guilty or they plead guilty. I'm not really too good at that. I know I look like a white paint, but this ends up becoming my color. So before you say, ¿por qué? Like, why you look like that? And another 16 years on assault charges for injuring his wife and stepdaughter, T. He also did not get parole. So, for those who don't know what parole is, it's like, well, in my definition, parole is like for you to go back into court and get an opportunity to get a less time. So what I need is literally contour and all that crap, but I don't have it yet. But trust me, my makeup videos will be so much better. And I thought parole was something totally different. I had thought that it means that you just can't go back into court to try to get a less sentence. That was just my definition. What it actually means is, well, in my head, it means that he cannot like get released temporarily, like before his like the end of his sentence for being on good behavior, which is like, what do you even need that for? Like, you already screwed up, you already messed crap up with your family. Like, what do you need it for? So I don't even think, I think they did him a favor, because if he did have freaking parole, like, I bet, I can promise you that that family, Laura and T and everyone else, does not want to see him. Of course, probably his like parents, because at the end of the day, they're always gonna be their baby. But like, I'm a little pissed off that he did not get the death penalty, because he literally took away 3 lives. I don't know. That's just my opinion. I really hope that the family stays strong and distances themselves from Chad. I think we had enough from Chad. No offense, but Chad, anything with Chad, not good experience, okay? him. I give my full condolences to the 3 little boys, Clayton, Hunter, and Chase. I hope they're really happy. And I'm glad that they're out of the presence of their killer. Someone that they seeked out for warmth. It's horrible. I really wish they could have stayed longer on this earth, because I bet they would have done amazing things. I hope they rest in peace. And that is the end of my video. If you enjoyed this story, do not forget to like and subscribe for more content, because I will be posting weekly every Tuesday. In my last video, I was putting positive affirmations. I thought we should do it after, because I feel like we should just leave things on a good note. But first, I'm gonna finish my makeup. So this is my makeup look. I am not an expert when it comes to makeup, so if you can give me advice, that'd be much appreciated, because I want to get better over time and make new looks. I just did an orange, you know, with this shirt. It is a little see-through, so I'm not gonna show it, you know. It obviously goes with the bra, but you know, I think it's very cute. But yeah, I need like more advice when it comes to that. But if you did enjoy this video, do not forget to like and subscribe, just so you can be part of the family. Anyways, let's end this on a good note by something positive. Because last time I did it in the beginning, and now I feel like you should do it in the end, because it's pretty crazy. Aligned with my purpose and passions, which means that you are aligned with what is meant for you will be meant for you. So don't worry if you're going through stuff right now. Things will get better. I promise you. Anyways, have a wonderful day, night, whenever you're seeing this. And I hope you have a blessed anything time. Anyways, goodbye.